So you want to play with your player in Madden 24. So the first thing you want to do is go over and check out the video on the channel for how to create a player. Once you've done that, make sure you come back and also go back into create a player. So find the one that you wanted to go into. So for instance, we have M. Lucas, a point guard at 75 overall, 19 years of age, looking healthy as ever. When you want to press A onto him, and it will give you the cancel edit player, copy to free agency, copy to team, or delete player. If you copy to team, you can obviously pick a team that you want to go for, depending on what you want to do. That has got a long list of players that you can go with, because obviously they have the all times in here that you can play with as well. If you want it to be in a specific team, so for instance, we take Philadelphia 76ers just to start with, this will come up most of the time, and I believe it should come up to most of them. So what you can do, there's two ways of doing it, is either you go into your free agents and copy them there first, or if you go back, so for instance we go and do this, if you don't want to harm a roster or anything like that in terms of the actual roster on the game, you want to go into create roster. So we're going to go with the normal one, the NBA Modern. We'll go with the official 2K Sports roster right now. And then say we want to go with the Philadelphias. That's what we want to do and go with them straight away. As you can see, they do have all of the players in there. So for instance, if we go for the the point guard that we want to take over, we're going to press A on him, and then what we're going to do is release to free agency. This should then give us one space for our player. What you can do in this, if you want to quicken this kind of process up, if then we're on to the roster creation, we then go LB twice, it would take us to the free agency, and if we had put our created player in there, we could have done it from that point. So once we've done that, what we want to do then is save and share roster, or save roster in general. New file name, we'll call it U, just so we know what we're doing. Okay, must be 4 characters. We're going to call it use. Even better. Nice. And description. U. Beautiful. There are 4 teams. Yes, that's perfect. There are 8 teams. Yeah, that's fine. So that's sorted. So what we want to do there is create a player, NBA, and then now we should be able to go over and copy to... Fantastic. Okay, of course we can't. So let's ignore that. Copy to free agency. Perfect. There we go. M. Lucas is a free agent. So then what you want to do then, I'm hoping we'll just go and create a roster again. I feel like that might be the better way. So then we go down again. What we should have is a point guard. There he is. So again, like we said, release to free agency. Perfect, as you like. And then double LB. Then what you want to do is find your player that is, I believe, 77 rated, I wanted to say. And then from here, it is technically not in the free agency. If you pressed LB one more time, you can find a created player. Always fantastic. So, going back to it, Philadelphia, let's get this point guard out. So he will go over to the free agency, as that will then offer up a spot for our created player. So then we can then go ahead and copy to a team. We then go to Philadelphia, assign him there. Bob is your uncle. Beautiful. So then we have got our player now in the team. So then if we should go and kind of change the overalls, he should then be in the team. If then you wanted to edit player from here as well, you can do that. It will take you down to obviously the normal thing, but you obviously can change there, and you can change the players of whoever you wanted to do from that appearance. I don't think, can you change any of the appearance? Oh, you can just change the shoes. I know you can change everything, mad. Oh, because it's a custom roster. But obviously then you can remove these changes. So then you can obviously change your player from there. If you wanted to add hot zones more, maybe you, depending on what team you're going for, you could obviously change it, all dependent on that. You keep your changes, you press B, save the roster, and then we obviously call it as use. Beautiful. Confirmation, description, you. But then once you've obviously put them into a team, you'll then be able to view the roster. All you have to do is go to user created file, go over to my files, as obviously everybody else's is based around their kind of different roster they've made. And if you go into your team, say Philadelphia that we've gone for here, we should then be able to find him in that spot and then be able to use him in your career modes or any sort of game mode that you want to use him in.